Sprinkles, Santa Claus's special elf. Because everything is special with sprinkles. Santa Claus knows you're special too, and he has something to say to you. So listen close as Santa Claus shares holiday cheer with you. You can leave a special message for Santa Claus and get on the nice list at www.santaclaussays.net. Now here is the big man himself, Santa Claus!
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas to all the boys and the girls of the world. This is Santa Claus with SantaClausSays.net. Santa Claus says to be good for goodness sakes. Every day during Christmas time of 2025, Santa Claus comes to you to bring you three things. To bring you some Christmas cheer. We tell some good jokes, and we have our elf sprinkles to help us to do that. We tell a wonderful Christmas adventure story, and our story is about Santa Claus, who is a substitute teacher, and then we read letters to Santa. So we come to you every night during the Christmas season at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time on a live stream on YouTube. We're also on Facebook and on Apple Podcast and on Spotify Podcast and on our website, which is SantaClausSays.net. At SantaClausSays.net, that's where you can get our free gift to you, which is our coloring book, the Santa Claus Says coloring book. We want you to have that. And that's also where you can leave Santa Claus a voicemail or an email or a text message, and I do return those, and I hope that you will do just that. Santa Claus says also that the word of the day is cheer for all. So Santa Claus says cheer for all. And we will come back and talk more about our word for the day, which is being cheerful and being happy and being glad for the season later on in our program. That's when we will have our Christmas cheer, Christmas tree calendar, and we'll put an ornament on here on the next day that's shaped like a star to represent Christmas cheer. We did want you to know that we have two special shows for you that are coming up very soon. And they are on the December 24th on Christmas Eve. We always read the night before Christmas and all through the house. And that's just a few days from now. So we want you to do that. And remember to also leave Santa Claus cookies and hot cocoa, because I love that. Then on Christmas Day, December 25th, we always read the wonderful story of the first Christmas about the birth of the baby Jesus. It's called the Nativity Story. And we read that from the Bible. So you're going to be here with us every night before Christmas, then on Christmas Eve, then on Christmas Day. There's the Glockenspiel, boys and girls. It's now time for Santa Claus's joke of the day. Why do you call Santa Claus when he takes a break? Santa pause. Oh my. One more. Why did Santa go to music school? To improve his rapping skills. All right. The Glockenspiel, boys and girls, now means it's time for our visit to Christmas around the world. And so today we're talking about Christmas in Sweden. In Sweden, Christmas begins with St. Lucia Day, which is on December 13th. Early in the morning, the oldest daughter dresses in a white gown with a crown of candles and serves sweet buns called lusenkiter. Families decorate homes with candles, stars, and straw ornaments. There's a special TV show about a holiday goat that everyone watches. Swedes love eating gingerbread cookies, ham, and rice pudding. Snow, candlelight, and music make Christmas in Sweden peaceful and bright. Sounds wonderful. That's our special feature about Christmas around the world. Oh my goodness, boys and girls, that's the Glockenspiel means it's time for another chapter in our story about Santa Claus and the story of kindness. And we have gone through many chapters. We're in chapter 25 now. So if you missed the other 24 chapters, you can always go back and listen to those in other episodes of the prior episodes of Santa Claus Says. And we'll finish up the story here very soon as well. But today's story is chapter 25 of our story, The Ripple Effect Grows. January brought a return to school, but it was not the same as it had been before winter break. The changes that had begun in Mrs. Smith's fourth grade class had spread throughout the building like wildfire, or perhaps more accurately, like ripples in a pond. Mrs. Smith's students had talked about their kindness lessons with siblings who shared it with their friends, who told their teachers. Soon teachers throughout the school were asking Mrs. Smith about Mr. Winters and his methods. She shared everything she could, including the books he'd recommended and the activities that he had used. Principal Andrews, seeing the positive transformation, declared the spring semester would focus on building a community of kindness. She allocated funding for every classroom to create their own kindness trees. She implemented a school-wide program recognizing kind acts. She even invited parent volunteers to help develop a curriculum based on the lessons Mr. Winters had introduced. Emma found herself in an unexpected role. Along with Sophia, Marcus, and several other students from Mrs. Smith's class, she was asked to visit other classrooms and explain the Kindness Tree Project. At first, Emma was terrified. Speaking in front of groups had always frightened her. But Sophia squeezed her hand encouragingly, and Emma remembered Mr. Winters' words. "You are not invisible. You matter." Standing before the second grade class, Emma spoke quietly but clearly. "Last semester, I really felt alone at school. But then our substitute teacher, Mr. Winters, taught us about kindness and community. He showed us that everyone matters and that when we include others, we make our whole school better." She showed them the puzzle pieces her class had created. "See, every piece is different, but they all fit together. It's like our school. We're all different, but we all belong together." The second graders listened with wide eyes, and their teacher thanked Emma warmly. As Emma left the classroom, she realized something profound. Helping others gave her purpose. Taking the kindness she received and passing it forward made her stronger, more confident, more herself. By March, the ripple effect extended beyond the school. Parents reported their children were kinder at home. Local businesses noticed students holding doors, saying please and thank you, and being more considerate. The town newspaper ran a story titled, "Where Kindness is Curriculum," featuring interviews with students about the mysterious Mr. Winters who had shared it all. The article caught attention beyond the small town. Other schools reached out asking for information about implementing similar programs. Principal Andrews found herself presenting at education conferences about creating cultures of kindness in schools. And through it all, Mrs. Smith's class remained at the heart of the movement. They'd been there at the beginning, and they carried the lessons forward. Emma kept adding to her journal, documenting not just her art, but also her observations about kindness. The one entry read, "Today I saw a fifth grader help a kindergartner who dropped her lunch tray. He helped clean it up and shared his own lunch with her. She didn't even know him, but he was kind anyway." That's what Mr. Winters meant about ripples. The kindness keeps spreading and spreading. Back at the North Pole, Santa watched all of this unfold with satisfaction. He'd spent 1 week teaching, and the effects had multiplied beyond anything he could have done in one night of delivering presents. The children were teaching other children who were teaching their families, who were influencing their community. "This," Santa told Mrs. Claus one evening, "is the most powerful magic of all, the magic of humans choosing to be kind and teaching others to do the same. I just gave them a push. They've done all the real work themselves." Mrs. Claus smiled and squeezed his hand. "You show them the way. That's what good teachers do." Oh my, what a wonderful, wonderful story that we conclude here in the next couple of days. I hope that you'll join me. What a wonderful story about kindness. Well, the Glockenspiel, boys and girls, means that it's time for our letter to Santa. And today our letter is from Benjamin, who's 10 years old. It goes like this. Dear Santa, hi, I'm Benjamin and I love Christmas. I hope you like the cookies I make for you. Can you bring me a robot toy that walks and talks? I've been brave and didn't cry at the doctor. I hope you and the elves have fun. Happy Christmas, Benjamin. Well, Benjamin, thank you for your good and kind letter, and I will look forward to seeing you on Christmas Eve. And I certainly like the idea that you're going to have cookies for me. Love cookies and hot cocoa. Now, as far as the gifts, the toys, the robots and things that walks and talks, we'll see about that. Santa loves to bring surprises. That's what I love to do more than anything else. But what impresses me much more is how brave you were at the doctor and that you wanted the elves to have fun. So I thank you for sharing those kind words about the elves and continue to be brave. Now, I do want you to know, all the boys and girls of the world, that you can always send Santa Claus a message. You can send me a voicemail or a text or an email. You can do all of that through our website, which is santaclaussays.net. I get those messages and I return your messages. There's a glockenspiel, boys and girls, and that means it's now time for our word of the day. Our word of the day is cheer for all. That is kind of like our story from Mr. Winters. Encourage one another. Cheer for all. Be helpful to all other people. So we're going to put our sticker ornament on our calendar here on day number 5, because now we are just 4 days from Christmas. And so we are looking forward to that as well. The word of the day is cheer for all. And so that's what I want you to do. Cheer for other people. That's wonderful. Well, boys and girls, the glockenspiel means it's almost time for us to say goodbye. And I do want you to know a few things before we go. First of all, you can always reach out to me at santaclaussays.net, and that is also where you can get my free gift I have for you, the Santa Claus Says coloring book, and I hope that you'll get that. I also want you to know that we have 2 more special shows coming up here just at Christmas time. We on Christmas Eve, we have our Santa Claus Says to the night before Christmas, reads the night before Christmas, and all through the house. And so you want to do that Christmas Eve before you go to bed, before I will go see you. I'll be live on the live stream at 8 o'clock p.m. on YouTube. It's Eastern Time. Then the show will also be on Facebook and on Apple Podcast and on Spotify. Then on Christmas Day, December 25th, we'll have a special Christmas Day in the morning live stream, and that is when we will read the story of the very first Christmas. We'll read it right from the Bible, the story of the Nativity, about the birth of Jesus. That is the most important day of all. Santa Claus loves you very much, and I'll be with you throughout the Christmas season. We're getting closer and closer to Christmas, aren't we? So stick with me every day during Santa Claus Says, where we have a lot of fun together. Remember, we love to bring good cheer. We love to tell stories, adventure stories. We love to read letters to Santa. I'll see you next time, boys and girls, here on Santa Claus Says. Until then, Santa Claus says to be good for goodness sakes. Merry Christmas! Ho, 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 Merry...
You're special to Santa Claus, just like sprinkles. Get on Santa's nice list at santaclaussays.net and watch Santa Claus Says live on YouTube. Tell him Sprinkles sent you.